In a country where tea has been long tradition, coffee is quietly carving out a space of its own. And what's interesting is it's not just a beverage choice anymore. Coffee today feels like something much larger. It's become an identity marker, a lifestyle cue, and even a way of finding your own community. It now lives in cafes, in home brewing rituals, in digital content, and the kind of lifestyle they want to surround themselves with. In many ways, coffee has become culture. Coffee first came to India in the 17th century when it was smuggled as seven beans by a Sufi saint named Baba Bhutan. He planted them in the hills of Chikmagalur, not just seeding crops, but what would much later become a cultural phenomenon. For centuries, coffee stayed rooted in South India, strong, filtered, and served in steel tumblers, a household staple for a certain social class, but not yet a national habit. The first wave was about accessibility, coffee as utility. The second wave by Cafe Coffee Day made it social. Suddenly, coffee was a third space, neither work nor home, where people met, flirted, had conversations, built startups. Coffee became the backdrop of urban conversation. The third wave is what we are living through right now. Artisanal, aesthetic, and experience driven coffee. Say single origin beans, pour overs, aeropress, latte art workshops, all of it. Today's customers, especially Gen Zs and young millennials, use coffee as a lifestyle language. The kind of roast you prefer, the cafe you go to, the kind of brewing gear on your kitchen counter, these all communicate lifestyle, taste, and even values. Digital consumption patterns reflect that this coffee content works great because it merges aesthetic pleasure with educational utility. So, in this context, coffee isn't just trending, it's transforming. Amid this broader shift, I conducted research which revealed something deeper. India's coffee scene isn't just growing wider, but it is growing smarter. There is a niche but fiercely engaged audience obsessed with this craft. They know their beans, they know their ratios, they know their frothing techniques. They're not just the passive consumers, they are the participators. So I asked, what does it look like to create content not just around coffee, but with coffee as culture? So, to enter this space credibly, I had to live it. I learned brewing from scratch, experimented with different ways of making coffee, with immersions, pour overs, cold brews, V60s, all of it. I positioned my content in a way where the aesthetics met education. So, it was inviting enough for new audiences, but also authentic enough for the enthusiasts. The goal wasn't to sell coffee, it was to translate culture. This project evolved into an ongoing Instagram series called If You Came Over, This Is What I Would Make For You. The series explored coffee through a mix of traditional recipes and experimental creations, which gave it a way of being a casual view but also a curated experience. Rather than positioning coffee as just a beverage, the series positioned it in a way that was personal, social, and experience driven. This reflected the way modern coffee culture is consumed and shared digitally. The audience's response highlighted how participatory the coffee community is. The viewers didn't just ask questions, they also gave tips on improvement, suggestions, brewing techniques, technical advice, which reflected a highly engaged and informed niche audience. India's coffee culture is still growing, both literally and metaphorically. The next phase isn't about cafes or consumption, but about community positioning. And for creators and brands, coffee is now more than just a product category. It is a space that is emotional, aesthetic, and deeply participatory. So, yeah, this is a project that started off as a content experiment but became a reminder that culture isn't built by trends. It is actually built by people who care deeply about small things. And sometimes those small things, like a simple cup of coffee, can tell so much about who we are, how we live, and what we choose to create.